This is SCP Radio Network, coming to you live from Skylab Studios. Up next is Everything Cannabis with Norma and Casey.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, the Cannabis Queen, aka Norma. I'm actually solo tonight. I got stood up on my date tonight, so it's just me. So y'all gonna have to help me out tonight. I need y'all's help because I usually don't do this by myself, but that's okay. Me and Mike holding it down here. I don't know, Sam J, I need you to call in and, talk to me too. So tonight we're going to try to keep it fun though. I'm going to switch it up. This is Everything Cannabis with Norma and Casey, and we do want to make sure we give you your cannabis fix on tonight. But we're going to be talking about some different issues that's coming up. We're probably going to try to switch the show up a little bit because I really do feel like I'm going in another direction. And, there's only so much with cannabis we could talk about. So we need to be able to cover so many different things, right? So I want to kind of broaden out a little bit tonight. And we're just going to talk about some different things. I'm here by myself, so I'm going to take the reins tonight. And we're going to just talk, okay? So you guys send me some questions down in the feed. And you see the phone number on the screen, 832-910-7727. If you want to call in and talk to me over the phone and share your thoughts with our subjects tonight. I posted on my Facebook that we're going to talk about R. Kelly tonight. We're going to talk about if you know anyone that's being affected by the shutdown, how you living with that situation, our government, and, how they treating us out here in these streets. I'm going to actually share some information. Casey and I are going to be speaking on a cannabis panel this Thursday. I'm going to share that information with you, give you a few cannabis plays, and then we're going to have a wrap up. I got something special for the ladies tonight that I want to do a wrap up on. So it's going to be a, pretty packed show tonight. It's just me. So I want to make sure that, I keep you guys paying attention and attentive, and I don't want to, overblow any particular subject, but I do want us to cover some things because there's a lot going on. And I feel like, at this point, even if you are invested in cannabis, it's kind of like the last thing on your mind right now. So I want to make sure that we could talk and hopefully I can, help you. We could walk through some of these issues together. We're not going to always agree. I get that. I do understand. But at least we could talk, right? We could talk about some things and hopefully, come to some kind of understanding at the end of the night. All right. So what's first? First, I want to just share my thoughts for whatever they might mean on R. Kelly. I don't know if you guys, some of you ladies, y'all might be like me because me and a couple of other sisters I talked to about this, we watching YouTube every night. Like every time something pop up, we watching the latest, who else done came out the closet. I posted Yo-Yo's daughter, how he went for Yo-Yo's daughter behind her back, on my Facebook page, and just different things. And then, Erykah Badu, tried to defend him at her concert and got booed, which was awful. But I just wanted, to hear what you guys think, because I think sometimes we miss it. Like, those of us who, are believers, we want to show compassion. At the same time, we want you to throw the book at him. Like, we want him, we want him to be in a special facility with other people like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't feel like he should be walking around free. But at the same time, we don't want to, be his judge and jury at the same time. Like, we want to make sure that we are not passing judgment. So I wanted to get your thoughts, if you wanted to share them with me tonight, on how this whole situation, because, me and my girlfriends, the Strong Arm panel, we get together and we talk about things, and we really can get, highly opinionated. But the truth is, if you grew up like we grew up, your mama took you to somebody's house and they was downstairs playing dominoes and the kids was upstairs and somebody's uncle, brother, cousin, somebody was there, who shouldn't have been there and was, in a room with some kids or some girls, and he started touching and doing things that was inappropriate. Like, there's so many stories like that we could share. I have my own story of being, mishandled when I was a young girl. My sister has a story There's other people in my family. There's my friends. All of us sitting around the table had a very similar story of being mishandled by somebody that we should not have been. And, for any particular reason, some people in the family could be like, okay, well, she fast. She hot. She asked for it. So I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on that, because sometimes, it's more to the story than we know. And I'm not defending R. Kelly by any means. I think he's disgusting, and I don't understand why he's still free. But at the same time, I think that whole scenario and how we're handling it as a community is probably not the best. We could be doing better. This is actually an opportunity to have some real dialogue about this situation. And, we just can't. I was at the hospital today and I saw a young lady. I know she was underage, but, it's a little bit cold outside. We should have a sweater on. She didn't have much of anything on. So, I don't know. I think it's the environment we're in begs some questions that we need to answer as a community. And I don't know how you feel about it. So I would like to hear your thoughts. If anybody would like to share them with me, I would surely like to address them so we can have some back and forth. This is open mic night. We're going to be communicating with each other, and I want to know what your thoughts are. And Mike, just let me know if you see any questions or comments that I can address. All right. So the R. Kelly situation saga continues. It will continue, and we're going to have our different opinions about it. So just let me know as we keep rolling if you want to share anything about that. The phone number is 832-910-7727. Call in. If you don't give me the first call, try again, and we can definitely dialogue about that, because I would love your thoughts and your opinions on that. Okay, moving on to this government shutdown. I'm a nurse, so I don't really, shutdown is not something that we have to even be worried about at this point. But I'm sure, I don't know how the VA is handling it. But nurses that work for the VA might be in a situation soon. But I wanted to hear your thoughts. Anybody dealing with anything regarding the shutdown? If you are at home, if you're struggling, if you know someone that's struggling, I definitely want to hear what your thoughts are. Texas is a Republican state, and I always kind of smirk with that, because I know y'all was out there voting for this dude who could care less if you eating. He don't care if your family eating. He was screaming that Mexico was going to pay for this wall the whole time. Every time he went to a rally, he screamed out this chant, and they responded, like call and response like you do at church. Yeah, that's how they was doing at the MAGA rallies, right? So now they sitting at the house trying to figure out if they want to be seen at the food bank tomorrow, because they really need something to eat. They need to figure out how they're going to, get the lights paid. And it's kind of, it's one of those things where you like, I wonder what God really doing. Because these are the same people who turn their nose up at people who need help. I know teachers who still qualify and can get, Long Star cards and stuff like that, because the system doesn't pay them enough to teach, eat, and pay the bills. So, you have these other class of people who kind of smirk and turn their eyes, or nose down at you, because they feel like, you just ain't doing enough. You ain't pulling your bootstraps up high enough to make it happen. So they are very judgmental towards things like that. But now they in that situation. These are people who work for NASA. These are, people who contract workers for the government that don't have any money right now. Because statistically, if you look up the statistics, 72% of households, no matter how big that house is, no matter how pretty that gate is, no matter how nice the landscaping is, they live in check to check just like everybody else. So when one of those checks not coming through, or both checks not coming through, then it turns out to be a problem. And so now those same people who smirking and, turn their nose up at you, or turn their nose up at other people who get, assistance, now they out there trying to figure out who they call to get their light bill paid, who they call for assistance to get different things paid. Now they got to put a couple of mortgage notes on the end of their note so they can stay in their house. Now they got to go get a loan to try to make it through. Some of them got to go to pay their loans. So it's really terrible. I'm not saying anything. I don't want to act like it's no big deal. I understand that it is horrible. And I'm grateful to God that I'm not in that situation. But I do think that it really should, hopefully, it will inspire some compassion toward the people that do have to do that, towards the people that don't, live, like they might live. So I think, it's kind of like a catch-22 if you ask me, like, okay, so now you having to go sit at the Human Resources Department. What's that? Health and Human Resources places where you get the Lone Star. Now you having to do something you never had to do before because you went and voted for somebody who grabbed women by the, told you what he did. You still went with all your 4 daughters. You still went out there and punched the ticket for him. You knew he didn't care. You knew he don't get down for people like that. And it really ain't even about race to him. If you just not a certain class of person to him, you're irrelevant. But you stood in line because he was gonna make America great, or the America you wanted great. And now he done switched the whole thing up on you. Mexico ain't paying for the wall. The Mexican president called and cussed him out, told him what he could do with his wall. And so now we got to pay for it. And you can't go to work because he wants us to pay for it. That wasn't the deal you made, right? I'm just asking. I just want to know what your thoughts is on the situation. Because at this point, I'm feeling like, you know what, Nancy, get a man the $5 billion, because it costs $27 billion plus to build the wall. So give him the 5 and put the stipulation in there that he can't get another dime. But I feel like her, I understand where she's coming from. Like, okay, if we give him the $5 billion, what's to say he's not going to trip, next month for some more money? Why he won't shut the government down again? We know he don't read. We know he don't, take in any kind of advice. Nobody can advise him, So I understand, but I do feel sorry for the people who are, battling diseases. Like I said, I'm a nurse. It's very difficult when the patients are having a hard time trying to figure out how they're going to fight a battle like, cancers and, other things that could be quite serious. And then at the same time, they're stressing about, paying daycare, not having their car note, not having their mortgage payment, aside of all that, how they gonna eat. So, this is a different time we're in, and this is definitely Everything Cannabis. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is scpradio.net, .com. I don't know why I keep saying .net. That just is scptv.net. See, I know it was something. I knew it was something, but I definitely want to get your thoughts on that. If you want to call and talk about the shutdown, if you want to give your opinion on the Kel situation, whatever you want to share with me, I am here so we can talk about it. Otherwise, I'm going to talk about it, and y'all will just have to endure my opinion. So, who wants to do that all evening? All righty. And then tonight, I wish Sam J was here, because I know him and I would probably go back and forth in this situation, but as so often happens, I get these inboxes from females who are going through situations with their husbands or significant others. And I wanted to just add a little segment I'm going to talk about called Love Yourself More Than Him. And I know that's probably going to raise some like, what's she talking about kind of thing, but I really do think, ladies, and this is just for the ladies, and you guys, you ladies can let me know, how you feel about this, or if you disagree with me, but I really do think that we're getting it wrong. And why are we getting it wrong? Norma, what are you talking about? I think that we are putting ourselves in situations where we're making it too easy. And when a man has decided he's done, there's nothing else you could do. There's nothing else you could do. So tonight's Love Yourself More Than Him segment is just going to be on how you're going to have to gird yourself up for this journey you're about to face. Sometimes you have to be the one to initiate the fight. You have to be the one to throw the first punch, and you got to be the last one standing at the same time. So at this point, when you're dealing with someone, and this particular segment is just from one of the questions I got in my inbox today. I'm just going to address it as love yourself more than him, and be ready and be okay with the decision that you have to make. So that's coming up tonight. I'm going to try to end the show there. I know I'm going to probably get some backlash on that, but it's okay. I'm a big girl. I don't have no problem standing up for what I believe in. And we're going to talk about that tonight. I'm going to take a break, And when we come back for this next segment, I'm going to give you your cannabis picks. I know you guys always want to get those picks in, right? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a little bit how the market did today. And then we're going to pick back up and finish out our evening. Hopefully you guys can call in or send me some questions. I'm watching the feed. We're watching to see if you have any questions or comments that I can address. And we'll go from there. So hold on. We'll be right back.
The next time you or someone you know get into trouble, don't call your parents or best friend. Call 713-BEST-BET. That's 713-BEST-BET for Alberta's Best Bet bail bonds. Don't gamble with your freedom. They will take charge of the situation and get you out of jail quick. Give them a call, 713-237-8238. That's 713-237-8238. And be sure to let them know that SCP Radio sent you.
Hey, bartender, we need a round of shots.
Do you want what everybody else is having, or do you want the best of the best?
Of course we want the best of the best.
Well, then, Tequila Cazadores is the one for you.
For those special moments in your life, whether it's a special occasion or just a day relaxing with your friends, drink the best of the best, Tequila Cazadores.
Hey Michelle, my birthday's around the corner. I want to throw a big party and wow my guests, but I don't know what to do.
All you have to do is call SCP for your DJ needs and Parties for You for your margarita rentals. They have the best margarita mixes in town. With these two companies, you will wow your guests. They will talk about your party for years to come. For your margarita rentals, look us up on Facebook, Parties for You.
Or call 281-748-0057.
And don't forget to mention SCP sent you.
Together, we are the future of entertainment.
You know, I be wanting that reaction myself, so I have to create it for myself. It's all good. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's me, your girl. I am always going to be the Cannabis Queen, a.k.a. Norma. I am the other half of Norma and Casey for everything cannabis. Yes, and like I said on the first segment, we're going to talk about how we're going to switch that up a little bit. It's 2019, so we're going to come with something new and fresh. Hopefully, we can get some audience participation and get you guys talking so we can have some dialogue. I think that would be much more fun than me sitting here talking into this mic like this. All right, so a couple of different announcements, right? So on Thursday, Casey and I are going to be sitting on a panel for the Minorities for Medical Marijuana. It's the Houston Cannabis Conversation. Hopefully, you guys, if you are not busy, you could come out and sit out there and get your questions asked and answered regarding cannabis in the minority community. It's very important to us, right? So it's going to be 6:30 to 10 on January 24th, which is on Thursday. It's going to be located at 4803 Main Street, Houston 77002. Again, that address is 4803 Main Street, Houston, Texas 77002. Myself, I'll be discussing health and wellness. Casey's going to be talking about the Minorities for Medical Marijuana, and we have Pastor George who's going to be talking about the church and the cannabis movement. So we're going to be on the panel. Hopefully you guys can come out and support that. We have a few different things that we are working on. We're finally have some of our products moving in a CBD store, so we're happy about that. Yay! All right. And we're going to continue to, let you guys know about the CBD oils and different things like that. If you need to contact us, or if you're still interested in getting some oils, you can do that at Mecca, MECA-life.com. And you can order whatever you need to order as far as oils are concerned from there. We've beat that horse enough. So we're going to keep on moving. We also have some vapes that are out. The citrus vapes and the cheesecake, I think it's blueberry cheesecake flavored vapes that are getting all the rage. So if you guys are vaping, which I'm going to say no comment on that one, but you can definitely get the oils from us, Mecca-life.com, if you are interested in anything like that. So let's talk about the market. I know you guys, I don't know if you guys are investors like myself, but you should be. If you are not buying stocks in the stock market, you should be. If you are not learning how to trade, you should be, right? Because some of you, especially if you in this shutdown situation, you could be sitting at your computer killing it. All you have to do is, sit down or use this little device right here and make a living right here. This is all you need to do to make a living. Is once you know how to do this situation, you good. Any kind of shutdown, layoff, see you later type of situation, all you got to do is go sit down at your machine and make it happen for yourself. You got to learn how to broaden your horizons. Don't be afraid of what you don't know. There are 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds who are millionaires, 10 millionaires, billionaires. All they do is trade, never worked a job. So why come you can't do that? I don't know, but you should learn. All right. So today the market went down about 400 points. If you were a trader, that was a good day for you. When the market goes down $400 points, that's $1 million day for somebody if you know how to trade. All right. Okay, so the market is looking pretty good for tomorrow. We're in the green. So if you guys are interested in purchasing stocks, so let me go back over this again for you. So say you like, okay, I really want to learn how to get in the stock market. I really want to, I'm trying to get that vibe. You should definitely see me, right? I got some stuff that you should learn on mecca-life.com. You could book an appointment with me. You could do the classroom webinar with me, or we could do a one-on-one session. It's whatever you need. But we can learn how to do that. But say, just in general, you want to learn how to invest in the stock market. Well, when the market tanks on days like that, that's when you should be buying stocks. That's your Black Friday situation. You always want to be getting in the market when the market is down. You don't want to come in when the market is up. You want to take the opportunities when the market is tanking to participate in buying stocks at their cheapest level, and then you sell them when the market goes back up or recovers. Okay, so that's how you play the market. You sign up with a broker. You pick the broker of your choice. Some of you have Wells Fargo, Capital One, Chase Bank. They have investment strategies attached to their banking systems. So just by you being a customer, you can actually open up an investment account. So you could go in and talk to your banker, or you can look it up on the internet. Usually when you have a login, they will have other tools and things on your in your sign-in for your bank account, and just look at what they offer for investment strategies. Those instruments are super easy to use. The only caveat to this conversation is you cannot buy cannabis stocks through banking institutions. You can't. Okay, so but if you wanted to buy Apple, if you wanted to buy Nike, if you always buying Nike tennis shoes and you wanted to get in on the Nike stock, then you could definitely buy Nike through your banking investment account. If you're a makeup lover like myself and you just want to stack up some Ulta shares, then you would go through your bank account and do that, right? So you could utilize your bank account to open up an investment account and definitely capitalize on that situation. I just don't want you to get that confused with the cannabis side. Those two things are separate, but you always want to be investing in the stock market. That's the whole point of what I'm saying. I want you to learn how to invest in the stock market. Allocate a portion of your pay to start buying stocks. Over time, they always mature. They always do. Now, you could put your money, you could put $10,000 in a savings account, and in 10 years, you got $10,020. Like, what was the point of that, right? They're not giving you anything. But guess what? When you put that $10,000 in your bank account, the bank leverages your money to trade with. So they're not sharing with you the fact that they making $1 billion off of that 10 you put in the bank just to hold, right? They get to leverage that and trade. They trading just like I'm trading, right? They go in and buy yen and US dollar and pesos and whatever else that I like to trade. They doing the same thing on the bank side. They writing contracts, same thing on the bank side that we're doing. You just not getting paid off of it. They used your money to trade, but you didn't get nothing from it. So just, making sure I share that part with you so that you can not only learn how to trade, but that you can also be an investor and start to kind of leverage your own money yourself. You can sign up for a self-directed managed account with any broker of your choice, and that's something that you do on your own. So your employer, like my employer, my healthcare system, I have my own retirement fund with them. So through my retirement fund, through my retirement account, they have someone who's doing small, very conservative investments for me to actually grow my portfolio over time until it's time for me to retire and take out those funds, right? But with the self-directed account, I myself have the opportunity to go in and buy stocks on my own, in my own portfolio, and I can be as aggressive as I want to. I can go out and buy as much stocks as I want to. I can do whatever I want in my self-directed account. That's something separate than what my employer is doing. So who knows, by the time I get ready to retire, I can retire early because my account could be much more lucrative than what's going on through my employer because they have to be conservative. They do not want to lose your money, right? All right. So that's just another option for you. I definitely want you to know that you can do that for yourself. That's something that I can teach you how to do. If you want to go to mecca-life.com and book a session with me, we can definitely get that up and popping for you. I have no problem with that. I just gave you some really good free advice, though, so you can do this on your own if you need to. All right, so what are your cannabis picks? That's what you really want, right? What are we looking at for the week? Now, I have to put this disclaimer in here. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. You cannot come for me about what you buy in the stock market. This is on you. This is just for entertainment purposes. Okay? This is on you. So you have to go through and you have to look at the financials. You have to look to see what their market cap was. I already talked to you about all those on our previous sessions. You have to go through and do your homework. If there's no information out there about this company, then they don't need your coins, right? Right. All right. So Rocky Mountain High, penny company, got some good stuff. Go read about Rocky Mountain High. The ticker symbol is RMHB. Robert, Money, Hobby, Bobby. Like that. Yeah, I am so not military. I love how they just tango this, that. Yeah, I don't know any of those. All right. So the next one is Neptune Wellness Solutions. Neptune. NEPTUNE Wellness Solutions. And the ticker symbol is NEPT, right? It's pretty simple. Good stuff happening with that company. Read about it. Do your research. Okay? CV Sciences. C, Cat, V, Victor, Sciences. CVSI. CVSI is the ticker symbol. And then Origin House. Origin House, you need to read up on them as well. Right? And the ticker symbol is ORHOF. Oscar Raymond House Oscar Frank. Origin House. Look them up. Canopy Grow is the last one. Canopy Grow is going to be on every list because that's where you need to be stacking. Canopy Grow in 5 years is going to be outstanding. They're just like, the Kingpin right now. Their operation is stellar, and they are really kind of the blueprint of the cannabis movement. They're out of Canada. They just have all of their cylinders are firing. They got a good market plan, and you want that. You want to look at Canopy Grow and make that what you look at all your other companies. Make that your guide. So if you're looking at Canopy Grow and you see all these positive things, the different people that are involved in their projects and things like that, then, every other Canopy company that you're willing to put in your portfolio, measure them up to what Canopy Grow has going on. If you're basic, you're new to this, you want to get the basics down, look at some information about that company and then compare that to other companies that you're looking at. Just kind of see what's apples and apples and what's not. And then you can make some decisions based on that. But you definitely want to do your homework. That's the only thing that I could really stress to you. I can't give you any, financial advice. I can't tell you who to pick. I can't tell you who's going to do well. At this point, you just never know. Somebody is going to skyrocket. Who knows who's that's going to be? We usually call these penny plays lottery tickets because you just never know which one is going to take off. We just don't know that information. All right, so hopefully you guys got those down. Rocky Mountain High, Neptune Wellness Solutions, Origin House, and CV Sciences, as well as Canopy Grow. All right, so when we get back, I don't think I have anything else. I shared with you guys my feelings on that R. Kelly situation already. I hope everybody, just keep the people in prayer who's dealing with the shutdown situation. I don't know. I've been broke before, and it can cause depression. It can really cause you to get depressed when your money is funny and you have no idea how you're going to get it right. Keep those people in prayer. And when we come back, I'm going to do my Love Yourself More Than Him segment, and we're going to wrap it up for tonight. See you guys in a second.
Can you believe he says I'm pretty but with dark skin? He was dark skin. I bought some Hennessy for these niggas. Wonder if they love their mother. I love their skin colors. I grew up on the west side. I relocated, I went downtown. I used to get so faded, I was so rough. All that time I wasted, now I'm older. And it's so precious. Remember when my mama showed up at the club? I was on the edge, 13 in a club. They had shooters on the roof for the killers. When that nigga got shot, he never got up. Almost every club that we went to got shot up. Ay. They got dark skin girls, they always saying that you're pretty for a dark skin. Yeah, you're pretty for a dark skin. Dark skin girls, they always saying that you're pretty for a dark skin. Yeah, you're pretty for a dark skin. What the fuck does that mean? 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 The fuck does that mean? At first fell in love and I was 15. But what is love and you are 15? Big dudes and baggy jeans, me Jackie and Christine, Dana chip the way, Jock Funk to Galloway. My daddy in NY in 97, same day that Biggie died. They said hurry up, I'm double parked. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Since you ain't been around, I've been listening to Biggie rhyme. Since you ain't been around, I've been forced to write my feelings down. But damn, I had a superhero, she cooked and cleaned. 2 jobs and 2 kids. I am not just anyone. Why would I wanna be like everyone? But still I ain't no different or better than you. I cry, I scream, shit, I bleed too. He said my standards are way too high. But I ain't gonna be with anyone. I'd rather hold my pillow tight tonight. Nigga, I see just fine. Dark skin girls, they always saying that you're pretty for a dark skin. Yeah, you're pretty for a dark skin. Dark skin girls, they always saying that you're pretty for a dark skin. Yeah, you're pretty for a dark skin. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
All right, y'all. Welcome back. We are doing our wrap up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. It's just me by myself, unfortunately. So I'm just, trying to figure this out as I go. I usually can bounce things off. Casey and I can dialogue, but she at home chilling. I'm having to hold down the show tonight. Oh, these phone situations be having things so disrupted. But, okay, we made it through. We're at the end of our segment. So, this is for the ladies. This is for my girls. This is for my sisters. Listen. When you have to keep asking a dude, is he okay? Y'all in a living situation. Y'all been together kicking it for a while. You done birthed his big head children. y'all done put in some time together. Y'all done been through some things. But you are now at the stage where communication is almost null and void. Like, there's no talking going on. He's kind of checked out mentally. Yeah. It's time for you to start formulating a plan of escape. Because the inbox that I got, it was troubling to me in so many ways, because I think that as females, we think that we could fix a man. We think that we could change him. We think that if we just do something different, that he'll come around. And I would submit to you that that's not possible. When he's gone in his mind, ladies, when he's done in his mind, y'all been in a situation and you not married, and y'all been in the same house for 5 years. You got kids together. Y'all done already put a kid entering middle school, high school, any kind of foolery like that. And then now he's in shutdown mode. He's looking for the door. He's just planning his escape. He's looking for his way out. And that there's nothing you can do about that. So I call this the Love Yourself More Than Him segment, because I want you to think of you and your children and the kind of woman that we want them to see. When a man is gone, he's gone. And there's nothing else you can do about that. When he's gone mentally, he don't want to be there no more. You don't do it for him. There's something going on. When you are in a situation and you always are trying to figure out, are you okay? Why you don't talk to me? Every time he go to the bathroom, you trying to go through his phone. You trying to break his code. Every time you around, he put the phone down. Things like that. Love yourself. Love yourself more than him. Be okay with having to start over. Be okay with having to figure it out on your own, because there's nothing worse than having to be and being miserable with somebody who's there with you, who don't want to be with you anymore. Love yourself enough that it's okay, that you got to figure it out, that you got to now do something different, because the truth of the matter is that you're on your own anyway. If he's not there mentally with you, he doesn't want to engage you anymore. What y'all used to have is not there anymore. You are not his creator. You cannot fix him. You cannot change him. You cannot remake him. You cannot do anything. You know, she said, you know, she's done all these different things sexually. She's tried to, you know, do things that she didn't normally do. She's put in all this effort and she's not getting any response. He's gone. He's there, but he's gone. So love yourself, ladies. Love yourself, my sisters. Don't ever let him think he got it like that. Please. Please. There's just too many other. The Lord made 330,000 different beetles. There's 330,000 species of beetles. You don't think he'd made a man for you that would treat you right? That would take care of your heart? That's my segment on that. Love yourself more than him. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you for checking me out. We're going to switch up that title. I'm going to talk to Sam J, because we're not just doing everything cannabis. We're going to talk about everything, right? There's just too many issues we need to talk about. So it's the 2019. We're going to do the switch up on you. We're going to cover investing, period, right? We're going to incorporate cannabis stocks. We're going to cover investing, period, because I think you guys need to be the new Warren Buffetts, really. Like, we just going to cover the whole gamut, all right? We're going to talk about investments. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about issues, so that we could grow. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am Norma the Cannabis Queen. This is or was Everything Cannabis. Peace out to that one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next show.
This is your boy, Light Jockey Mike, and I just wanted to thank you for supporting SCP Radio. That's the end of our show, but please be sure to check us out on SpaceCadetPro.com, where you will be able to watch our videos, find and like all of our social media accounts, and chat with us. While you are there, click on the radio tab, where you will be able to see the show schedule and all of the different ways to reach us. You can also listen to us from there if you are on a PC or laptop. Thanks again, and remember, we are the future in entertainment.